You can have your own restaurant quality dumpling experience at home and you don't have to make them by hand. Now, I've made a whole lot of dumplings over the course of my life and I've eaten even more. Mostly pre-packaged dumplings that were meant for consumers and some even meant for food service, which means restaurants. Spoiler alert, the best dumplings that you can buy will come from an Asian grocery store, oftentimes tucked in the back or on the bottom shelf, away from more flashy labeled brands, because that is where a lot of the restaurants go to buy their dumplings. In this video, I am going to help you find those hidden gems, show you the dumplings that the restaurants like to buy, and compare them to some dumpling brands that you might find in your Western grocery store or maybe even favorite novelty grocery store. Your dumpling journey begins now. All right, so what did I do? I went to 4 different grocery stores and I bought dumplings from each one. From those grocery stores, I bought the brands that I thought people would most likely buy. Ling Ling from Kroger, Bibigo from Costco, which was actually quite interesting. Trader Joe's is a brand that I can't seem to get away from in the comments. People seem to love their products, so I bought these Trader Joe's dumplings. From the Asian grocery stores, I got these 3 brands. The most common one that you'll be able to find in many Asian households is Wei-Chuan. Now, these 2 dumplings are the ones meant for restaurant food service. As you can see, they are large and their labels are no nonsense. Now, not all dumplings are the exact same. These dumplings from the Chinese grocery store are specifically meant to be boiled. Wontons can obviously be boiled, and gyozas can be steamed, boiled, or pan-fried. We are going to boil all of them because we're just going to use a standard way of eating. I'm pretty confident as to what my favorites are gonna be in this group. It's not that I'm biased, I just have good taste. But that being said, let's start with the Trader Joe's ones.
3, 2, 1, go!
Now I'm gonna cook each dumpling according to the instructions. So for boiling, this says 2 to 3 minutes until soft and heated through. Do not overcook. Goes without saying. I should also mention that for taste testing purposes, I'm going to eat them as soon as they're cooked as opposed to cooking them all and then trying them one by one. And then to try them, I'm going to eat 1 plain and then 1 with a basic dipping sauce. The dipping sauce is gonna be very simple. It's just the silky soy sauce by Heido. Not sponsored, just tasty. Cabbage and onion, soy sauce, sesame oil, sugar, garlic powder, chopped garlic, white pepper, black pepper. All right, off the bat, it is not an unattractive looking dumpling. You know, gyozas are longer. They tend to have a thinner skin than the Chinese boiled dumplings do, but they're still perfectly good for boiling. Damn, my scallions are great. It tastes very white, but like not in the way that you might be thinking. I think I'm talking about like it's clean tasting. It's not bad at all. It's just not very exciting is what I'm trying to say. It is inoffensive chicken dumpling, but this is not bad. It's not a bad dumpling. I mean, like, I'm very happy to put some dipping sauce on it. And the dipping sauce itself is a little bit sweet. It's a little bit savory. It'll probably really wake this thing right up. Yes, but the problem is because it's chicken and like cabbage, it's very overpowered by the sauce and there's not much to it afterwards. This will taste like whatever sauce you put on it and not really add much to the sauce itself. As far as texture goes though, it's actually great. This has a good bite to it. The wrapper itself has a nice chew regardless of being very thin. It's not mushy, it's not overly soft. It was cooked very well, but yeah, as long as you cook it well, this is actually a decent dumpling with a good chew, just not very exciting. Next up is Trader Joe's pork gyoza pot stickers, and in this we've got pork, cabbage, onion, water, green onion, soy sauce at the start, which is very encouraging because before it was just like chicken, a whole bunch of other stuff, and then those like ingredients that actually add flavor. So I've got high hopes for this one. Do people know that the best dumplings are like the ones that taste good just boiled? Like if your dumpling has to be pan-seared to taste good, then it's just not a great dumpling. Admittedly, cooking dumplings is not the most exciting thing to film. I mean, I am excited, but like I get to eat it, so. Ooh, these are fat. This is nice. All right, these are the pork filling dumplings from Trader Joe's. Good skin. That's flavor. Proper flavor. Got like no bad things to say about this filling. You've got lots of onion flavors in there. There's like garlic. There's a little bit of sweetness in there. The aftertastes for these dumplings have skewed a little bit sweet on the sweet side. So like maybe they used white onions, maybe like the Vidalia onions even. It's very good with the soy sauce too, because it's like sweet and savory on sweet and savory. So I would say the Trader Joe's dumplings, they were fine. They were just like really, there was not much to them. They were both, I would just say, inoffensive. If you don't eat dumplings a lot, they could possibly be pretty good, but you know, there's just not a lot to them. Let's move on. Now we're gonna get into Ling Ling brand, which is made by Ajinomoto, which is the people that I get my MSG from. This one actually comes with a dipping sauce. Let's get this boiling. And we'll eat it with the dipping sauce that it came with.
Hello. Oh, big stretch.
Oh, the pleats on this one are quite nice. These are some machine pleats. Look at that. You can tell that they're made by machine because they're like pressed and not like folded, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. The oniony flavor comes, I can tell from like scallions, garlic. The wrapper itself doesn't have as good of a texture as the Trader Joe's wrappers. I can just tell there's like more white pepper in this, which is like a plus. More spice is always a plus. Wheat flour, cabbage, pork, water. The oniony flavor comes from green onions. Yes, there you go. Ginger, sesame oil, spice, dehydrated garlic. All right, let's try the sauce that came with it. Just a little. Ooh. All right, there we go. It smells very gingery. It smells tangy, okay. It's like your run-of-the-mill sweet and sour. It's nice. The sourness kind of cuts through it, but again, I don't know why like these brands, they're just scared of making it really flavorful, which is like dumplings are supposed to be really flavorful. Dumplings are like little pockets of flavor. How it compares to the Trader Joe's dumplings, I would put this probably like on equal footing. Trader Joe's chicken is like a D, and then this would be like a C, but none of them are inedible. That's kind of the best baseline to do. Well, let's move on. Bibigo mini wontons. Wontons are like categorically different than dumplings, but they're more like a filled noodle, which is not the same thing. But I think for the purposes of how these are made, these might still just be dumplings as opposed to wontons. They're quite cute though. Like, look at these.
Aww, so cute.
Look at that. Hey, he's so cute. It's adorable. And actually it's like got nicely folded pleats too. Folded pleats usually mean that they're like made by hand, although machines are like really fancy these days. Ooh, oh. Flavor. What's in here? Is this a noodle? Wait, what is this? This was in my dumpling, and I think this might be like maybe konjac or some kind of noodle. Oop. Kind of like a vermicelli noodle, which I've never experienced in a wonton before. I don't hate it. Glass noodles, huh. I like it. Cilantro, green onions, not much soy sauce, sugar, salt, garlic. This is the best one that I've had so far. With the sweet dipping sauce, just a little bit. The texture of the wrapper isn't much. Like it literally disintegrates and falls apart. Flavor-wise, excellent. Like I love that I could taste the cilantro in there. Chicken is super neutral as a result. Find this to be the most interesting flavored one we've had so far. Texture is just, nah, maybe it's not there. This one definitely relies on being fried to be good. Bibigo, C+. Now the start of our Chinese pantry, the Wei-Chuan brand. The stuff that I grew up with as a kid, though I don't eat very much of this brand now, although many people really like it. The instructions for these are literally just to boil and serve with a sauce. Let's give this a shot. Hopefully it's as good as I remember. This one is a chicken and cabbage one. This one also contains black mushrooms, green onions, sesame oil, MSG, and Chinese cooking wine, salt, ginger, white pepper, sugar, preservatives. The wrapper itself is just water, flour, egg whites, and salt. Why does this Chinese brand put egg whites in the flour of their dumplings? It makes it chewier. It increases the protein content of the dumpling wrapper, which makes for a more satisfying bite. Let's see if we notice. Admittedly, immediately off the bat, this is probably the ugliest dumpling that I've made so far. All right, first thing off the bat, this is, I think this is a chicken filling dumpling. It's long, it is not very attractive, but we're gonna try it. Yeah, she ain't pretty, but she's good. Can I feel the egg white in this compared to the other dumplings? Yes, but only because I'm looking for it. There is a very distinct flavor of Chinese cooking wine in these. You don't know what it is until like you go without it. It adds so much in such a subtle way to the dumpling. I would say this is kind of like on par with the pork. Sorry. Takes the sauce very well, but the wrapper is good. And believe it or not, a wrapper can make or break a dumpling. So, nice. C, solid C. Here we go. These are the first food service. It used to say for food service. I don't think it does anymore. Interesting. In the ingredients, pork is the first thing, cabbage is the second thing, water and black mushrooms. The ingredients of the wrapper is just flour, water, cornstarch to stop them from sticking to each other, and salt. Very simple, which is generally like the best. This is probably the most simple ingredient list that we've come across so far. Let's eat them. I gotta say, now that I'm looking at all of them side by side, like the Trader Joe's and Ling Ling brands really did have the nicest pleats, although that does not mean like these dumplings are not attractive whatsoever. That is good. Lots of flavor. There's soy sauce, there's garlic, there's onions. Not much for like that black mushroom texture, but it's a dumpling that you could eat on its own because the filling just has so much flavor in it. But because these dumplings are so flavorful, they don't really need that much. You can add just like a drop of soy sauce, you can add a drop of chili oil, which is spicy, but there really is not much innate flavor to a chili oil. Chili oil needs a bit of salt to like activate, and there is enough in this dumpling to make just the oil taste good. Oh, this is yummy though. This is really yummy. We have gotten to the last brand, and this one is Fong brand of Chinese dumplings. It used to also say for food service on this, but I think people have like been clued into how good these are, and now just everyone buys them. The ingredients for the dough here are a lot more robust than the last brand. There's like enriched flour in here with all of like, you know, the vitamins that you put into enriched flour, riboflavin, folic acid, all that good stuff. Water, soybean, and egg whites in this again. The filling is ground pork, cabbage, soy sauce, ginger, sugar, MSG, scallion salt, sesame seed oil, and pepper, which I'm going to assume is white pepper. Now, the thing that makes these dumplings very unique, and I'll just show you, look how small these guys are. They're so tiny, They're like the size of my thumbnail, and they're so plump and fat. Like, these things are filled, but that being said, they're still really small. And like, the way that you enjoy these the most is to kind of like cook lots and lots and lots of these, and you kind of enjoy them like cereal. And like, can you just imagine how good that is? That's just like a bowl of cereal, but the cereal was pork dumplings, and then like the soup would be the milk. It's a great experience. I highly recommend it. Okay. Oh no, they got scallions on them. No! They're so cute. They look like they're dancing with each other. Okay, let's bring these guys out. Look how small they are. Oh, they're so teeny. I love them. Now people are gonna be like, oh my God, you're so biased. To be like, maybe, like, I'm biased to the thing that tastes good. But like, watch me get super disappointed at this on its own. That would be like exactly what I deserved, but no. No, these are fantastic. Not as flavorful as the one before, but still quite flavorful. But the thing is, the texture on this is so good. It's like the meat is juicy and it's bouncy. And like, even though these are like super, super small, you'd think you'd be getting like a lot of like just dough in this. These things are packed. They're tiny little fat boys, and they're great. They take to sauces very well. They take to soups very well, because then you can eat it like a cereal. But same logic as the previous ones go. With a little bit of vinegar, with a little bit of broth, as with any of the other dumplings, they would all really taste good. But do these taste good on their own? They do. And they're fun to eat. So I would say that the Li-Chuen and this brand, this Fong brand, would be my like A-tier dumplings because of flavor, because of texture, and the way that they are just like so good, just plainly boiled. Excellent. Nobody's gonna have like a terrible time with any of these brands, but you will have the best time with the right brand. So, and when it comes to the Chinese brands of dumplings, I showed you in the grocery store just how many different kinds of boiled dumplings that there are. Just the fillings alone just takes up a massive amounts of shelf space. There are different versions of those small tiny ones that I did. There are only a couple of different types of the food service ones that I did, the ones that were like the Li Fong ones. They only do a couple, but they do a couple really well. The Wei-Fong brand that also like, you know, that didn't do as well as the Bibigo for their chicken. They have pork, beef, spiciness. If you want to see me try all of those, let me know in the comments, because frankly, I feel like there's going to be quite a few of you that says justice for Wei-Fong. How dare he compare a chicken filling dumpling with like other brands. So yeah, we can have Wei-Fong, you know, come back with a vengeance. We'll try some different types. I just grabbed the first of like the ones that they had the most of, thinking that they had like the biggest turnover and they were the most popular. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to see that video. Be happy to try them, because I just get to eat more dumplings. This channel is back with a vengeance, and we'll be here every other week with a new long form video. So like and subscribe, and we will see you soon.